Welcome to our AC video. So here I am going to the car and I'm locating the high and low side fittings. I'm going to remove the caps from these fittings and that will expose the Schrader valves. Now I'm going to walk back to the AC machine. I'm going to disconnect the high and low side fittings of the hoses from the machine. So just pull the collars back, kind of like an air coupler. I'm going to unravel the hoses, bring them back over to the car, and then connect the high to the low, or high to the high side, low to the low side, red being high, blue being low. So match the fittings. The big fitting, high side, small fitting is the low side, the blue hose. Once I'm done with this, we'll head back to the machine here. You'll see that once I've connected the high side, the pressure has gone up a little bit. So it's already reading pressure on the high side. So I've verified there is a charge in the system. If the needle doesn't move, well, then we know there's no charge in the system or I didn't hook up correctly. Now you'll see the low side is up as well. Both gauges are actually reading the same pressure, but because they have different scales on them, they are pointing in different directions. So I've turned the machine on. Right now it's telling me that there's 2.94 available pounds of refrigerant in the machine. And I just want to hit recover as you saw me push the button there. Now the recover is in process. That means it's going to suck all the refrigerant out. Now it's recovering. Pressure is coming down if you look at the gauges, and if you look at the amount of pounds or weight in there, there's a scale inside the machine that's telling us how much refrigerant it has recovered from the vehicle. So we'll fast forward a hair in just a moment right here, and you'll see that we are at the end of the recover process. Time's up, and it's recovered 0.86 pounds. And you'll see the gauges here. I'll point at those in a little bit. The gauges are reading 0 pounds. So it's currently clearing the system. Now we'll give this guy a moment here. 0.93 pounds, it's just finishing up. So when it's clearing, it's sucking the last bit of refrigerant out of the hoses, making sure there's nothing left in there. And that's for environmental purposes. We don't want to release any refrigerant to the atmosphere. You saw the screen says draining oil, and you'll see it again in a second. I pointed at the oil drain bottle. It will separate oil from the refrigerant and put it in the bottle. It's good to check the amount. Now here it's showing us that it's done. It's recovered 0.95 pounds. We can remove the high and low side fittings by unscrewing and then pulling the collar back. Now we're doing a demo video only, so I'm going to reconnect this high side collar. But at this point you disconnect the fittings, do whatever repairs you're going to do on the vehicle, replace whatever components, and then reconnect the fittings. Now once your fittings are connected, come to the machine. You should be reading 0 pounds in both lines. I'm going to hit vacuum. It's checking pressure. The machine won't do a vacuum if there's pressure inside the system. I'm setting 30 minutes. 30 minutes, 29 inches of mercury. Hit start. Tell it to do a leak test. Yes. So what it's going to do is 30 minutes of vacuum. Now it's complete. And then a 10-minute leak test. Everything passed. Now we have vacuum on our gauges. So if I'm happy with that, I can go on to the machine and select charge, as you see my finger. And then up here, I'm going to tell you, or tell the machine, the charge amount. So we can look the charge amount up in the computer. Right here, I'm pushing arrows to change the units between ounces and pounds and grams or kilograms. So rather than looking on the computer, this particular car does state the amount of refrigerant on a decal under the hood, 21 to 25 ounces. For the sake of the video, I'm entering 21 ounces, so 0 pounds, 21 ounces, which is actually 1 pound. 5 ounces, a pound is 16 ounces. So I've entered that, hit charge again, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit start. And you do get an option in most cases to inject oil if you wish. It's purged some oil from the line and is now charging through the low side hose, and boom, you just saw that gauge move. So at this point in time, we are charging. Just finished the charge here again. Fast forwarded to save you some time here. It charged to 1 pound, 5 ounces like we wanted. I'm hitting start to exit this, and you can go ahead and equalize hoses if needed. Thank you.